Bonjour à tous et bienvenue à ma chaîne YouTube aujourd'hui. Merci d'être ici et bon visionnage. Today on my workbench I have Lonnie's Breckwell brand pellet stove controller. This is a controller that I tested and repaired a couple weeks ago, but it turns out that when Lonnie reinstalled it into his stove, he had a different problem that I saw. So I did some troubleshooting with him over the phone, and I couldn't quite understand what was wrong with the controller, so I actually made a trip to see Lonnie, and he demonstrated to me exactly what was going wrong. So I brought the controller back with me, I did some troubleshooting work on it, I repaired a second problem with it, and it's been running on my workbench here for the last 5 days without any errors since the repair was completed. So I'm quite confident that I resolved the issue this time. As you can see, I have Lonnie's controller mounted on my test system, and my tester is made up of a few things. First is a faceplate here that holds the controller in place. There's also an auger motor mounted to the back of the faceplate. The shaft from the auger motor comes out the front, and I have an X marks the spot decal on it so you can see when the shaft is actually spinning. There's also 4 light bulbs at the rear that simulate different functions of your stove. The first one simulates the igniter. This controller will not turn on the light bulb for the igniter since it does not control the igniter. The light bulb with the blue indicator on it simulates the combustion fan or the firebox fan. The light bulb with the yellow indicator simulates the auger motor, and at the far end in red we have the convection or room fan simulator. So during testing, this controller will turn on the combustion fan, the auger motor, and the convection or room fan, but it will not turn on the igniter. So let me go ahead and turn the controller on, and when we do, a couple lights will come on at the back. We see that the combustion fan indicator has come on, and so has the convection or room fan. This is partly because of the way that I have my tester configured, but it shows that the controller can turn those on when required. So a few things we can do now since we're in manual mode is we can test the manual feed, which will cause the auger to drive. When I press the momentary switch, we see that the light bulb at the back, the auger light, comes on, and we see that the auger shaft is actually spinning. See, X marks the spot. You might also hear it in the video. So that's functioning normally. The next thing I can check is the high fan position. If I toggle the switch, I go to high, off, high, off. So that's working. And the last thing we can check in manual mode is the low BCDE max switch positions. So as I toggle through that, we see the intensity of the light bulb at the far end go higher and higher, which indicates that the fan would be running faster and faster. So notice dimmer and dimmer, faster and faster. As I say for all the controllers of this type, positions D, E, and max are the same. So D, E, and max, the intensity is the same. We might see some flickering as I roll through the switch, but it's hardwired on the control board, so D, E, and max do not change the fan speed. They will change the rate at which pellet are dropped into the fire pit though. So that's it for manual testing. The next thing we can do now is go into automatic mode to check a few things. To do that, I need to press on this red button here labeled Auger, and when I do, a couple things will happen. First, we'll see the green LED come on, and that's to indicate that the controller is in automatic mode and everything is fine as far as interlock goes. And a timer starts on the controller itself to determine when the first automatic cycle of the auger motor drive will be. So let's go ahead and press that, and as you can see, the green light here has come on, so the timer has started. Now we're waiting approximately 20 seconds before the first automatic cycle of the auger motor happens. That auger cycle will be quite short, by the way. It'll happen really short. It'll take a long time to get there, but the on time will be quite short. Let's wait for that. It should be coming up pretty soon. There it is. Notice it was a nice short little burst of driving the pellets. So we'll do that one more time, then we'll change to a max position. You can see how long it takes between cycles at this speed. So let's go to the max position. As I noted earlier, we can see that the intensity of the light bulb has increased, so the room fan will be running as fast as possible now, and we should see a longer drive of the auger motor. Notice how it's much longer? Nice long auger drive. Let's wait for that one more time. But the time in between auger drive will be shorter as well, which means we'll be driving more pellets into the fire pits. There it is. You see the X marks the spot spinning, you might hear it in the video, and you saw the light at the back come on. One last time, then we'll go back to low. Nice long on time. So if I switch back to low, you'll be able to see the difference as far as Auger's on time duration is going to be. It'll be much shorter. See that? Very short. So there we have it, Lonnie. Once again, I'm saying your pellet stove controller is repaired. I have a lot of confidence that I found the issue this time and that you won't have any issues with it when you reinstall it. So I want to thank you very much for sending your controller to me for repairs. I appreciate that. For all you other viewers out there, if you have a pellet stove controller of your own, whether it's a Breckwell, a Quadrifire, a USSC, or another brand, and you have questions or have a service need for it, please feel free to contact me. You'll find my contact information in the video description just below this video. In the meantime, I do hope that you'll take a few seconds to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.